What's up? How y'all doing? Welcome to Wednesday. SW Live, baby. Welcome to Wednesday. Let's get this party started. I missed y'all last week. We know everybody was out doing their thing, so I gotta give y'all a break sometime when it's stuff going on. And that was y'all break. Now we back to the business. We are back to the business. What's up? How was everybody's week? How's everybody's last week? How's everybody's time off? Like, what's up? What's up? Y'all chime in. Let me know. Let me know what's happening. Let me know all the good stuff that's going on in your life as we talk about what we're gonna talk about today. Because we got something to talk about. Okay, we definitely got something to talk about. Let me get us started for the day. We're gonna jump into it, but as we jump into it, if we got anybody out there that want to jump in the comments, let us know how y'all doing, how y'all feeling, how y'all time off was, how your holiday was, how your time with your people was. You know, let's drop it in the chat. Let's definitely do that. I definitely want to hear from y'all. That's always important to me. And I'm gonna check out what y'all got to say. But up until then, until y'all are ready to chime in, we're gonna go ahead and jump into the quote of the day and give give some time to our thought process about what is going to be talked about today. Because today's topic is I just hit your ass. So today's topic is you are what you attract, and is that true? And we're going to talk about that because we definitely want to see if people out here not taking credit for who comes into their life, and things like that, if it's true for us to do that, if it's not, things of that nature. We're going to talk about that because a lot of times we don't think that we are what we attract. We sometimes we don't think that we are the creators of our story, and we want to make sure people kind of see and feel that there are, that you are the narrative. Sometimes you are the narrator. You definitely are that. So let's jump into that. We're gonna jump into that. Let's see. Let me put up the quote. We got Jay the waiter in the building. What's up, Jay? How you doing? Um, Hope you had a good holiday. Yes, ma'am. Let's see what put the quote of the day on the stream. All right. Thoughts are mental energy, their currency. They're the currency that you have to attract what you desire. Learn to stop spending that currency on thoughts. Let me put it longer, a little longer than 10 seconds so we can see it a little longer. Because I need to be able to read it to y'all. Thoughts are mental energy. They're the currency that you have to attract what you desire. Learn to stop spending that currency on thoughts you don't want. Okay? So that is a very meticulous statement because it is very, very direct. When some things that are put right there in your face, it's hard to ignore it, for one. But two, you don't know if it's something that you've done or something that you've just allowed. Because you're not thinking. A lot of times people don't, like I said, people don't think they are what they attract. So if that's the case, they're not going to think that if something is happening, or a person that came into their life, they're not going to think that it's something because of them attracting them, that person. They're going to more so accept the fact that person probably just was attracted to them, and then they became attracted to that person as time progressed. But they'll act as if they have no logical understanding as to how that person got there, because it goes deeper than just, oh, you saw somebody out at the store and da 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 da, and it went like that. The conversation, once you start talking to a person and experiencing a person, it goes a little deeper. Okay, so yeah, it definitely does. Let's go. So thoughts are mental currency, mental energy. They're your currency that you have to attract what you desire. So if we stop thinking about negative things in our mind, in our thought process, we won't attract negativity. If we stop thinking, if we increase it on more positive things, we will have more positive outcomes. So like your mental energy also has an effect on that. Like don't think it don't now. You know what I'm saying? Your mental, how you think, what you process, all that does have a capacity of how you move. It definitely does. So um you have to allow yourself the opportunity to think differently so that you can so you can process differently. You have to learn how to be able to accept different things into your life that will make things more positive for you too. That's going to be another aspect of why people, attract what they attract. I'm telling you, it's not always a person being attracted to you. Sometimes it has a lot to do with who you attract. And when you see it, and you'll have a better understanding for it. You won't always see it as a negative thing. You'll just try to improve upon it so that it can turn into a more positive thing. It can have a more positive effect. So yeah, that's what we want. Um we want it to be way a more better outcome. We want to definitely have a more positive outcome. And you want to, if you're trying to attract something more positive anyway, and if you want to change from what you've been attracting, you definitely want to put in the work to make that happen. You don't want to be sitting around here thinking that, oh, because a lot of people do believe this. They can sit in their home and then a person is just going to fall out the sky. If that don't happen, then I just be by myself. That's insane. You gonna let it be if somebody, because who's supposed to just fall out the sky? Who? Who's supposed to do that? So no, we wanna definitely um make sure that we're putting in that work, and that work is going to be your mental capacity. That work is going to be the things that you feed yourself, that you give yourself, the things that are going to change and make things a little bit more positive for your outcome. We're going to process that today, okay? Let's jump into the subjects. Let's see. Mm-mm, mm-mm. Okay, here's my tablet. All right. So we got through our quote, but to say the least, when what you attract is a reflection of you, and as a result of that, what you attract, some of the types of people you do attract are going to be situational, and they're going to be, maybe, if you as you're going through a growing process, as you're learning what you like, as you are trying to develop those things, because sometimes you don't always just know right off bat what you're attracted to. You're growing too, so your attraction to certain things are going to change. um it's supposed to, you know what I'm saying? You're not supposed to stay just um in the same spot your whole life. You got to be growing. You got to be doing some things to grow. And that takes a lot of courage when you're talking about dealing with different people, when you're trying to learn yourself while you're trying to learn people. Your attraction is going to grow. Your attraction is going to mature. Your attraction is going to do things that you did not expect your attraction to do. You're going to start liking things and people that you be like, dang, that's something that my mama do. Or dang, that's something that my daddy do. Or I see my uncle do. Like, I wouldn't have even thought that I was attracted to that. But if it's something that you admired anyway in a person, you may that will some at some point in your life be some type of attraction. You know what I'm saying? So your changes in your views of people that you're dating and that you're loving on are going to grow and expand, because they're going to grow and expand. And that's just the gist of life. If you want to understand this better, start by looking at the company you keep. Are they good people? Do they share similar views, similar thoughts? Are they, or and do they have some of the same beliefs and some of the same passions, or somewhat alone, or do they even have passions? Because they don't have to have the same passions that you have, or even anywhere near it, but at least they're passionate about something that they are out here living for. Are they in that capacity with you? um Ask yourself if you are proud of the person that you are today. Be honest with yourself. Do you like who you are and what you've accomplished thus far in your life? And if you answer no to any of those questions, then it kind of gives you it's time for you to kind of sit up and re-examine your beliefs, re-examine your passions and your perceptions and goals in order to attract the right people and things in life. Who you attract is going to be a huge part of what you do in your life, how you do it in your life. Like, it's going to be so many things that's going to have you question the value of what you got going on. This person that you're dealing with, are you going to deal with, is it someone that you will want to continue to deal with long term? All of those things, those is very beneficial thought processes to what it is that you attract, what it is that you attract. And your attraction level, when it as it's going through its growing process, some of the things that you attract gonna be some bullshit. Simple as that. You're going to you and then because at some point in your life you may be thinking, your thought process may be not mature enough to look deeper into a person. So you may be surface level with what you're looking at with it in that person. You may be completely on the surface with it, and then you may miss the buck because you're looking at things one-sided, or how you feel in at that very very moment in time in your life. It ain't always peaches and cream when you out here trying to date, because you judging people as you dating them. You know what I'm saying? You giving them you hard on them, they hard on you. People trying to figure things out. Everything ain't easy. Everything ain't easy. You trying to learn these people. You trying to understand these people. You trying to, so your attraction, you got that's why you got to be real, real cautious when you start talking to somebody new. And when you're trying to get into a situation thing like that, anyway, you got to be cautious, because if you have set up here, like they say you're supposed to put in your concept in your mind what type of partner you looking for, and then because you're also trying to determine what type of person you are along the way. And like I told you, that's going to grow, that's going to mature. But from this process that you're in right now, where you're thinking about it, some of the thoughts are um especially if you're in your 20s, your early 20s, sometime somewhere in between that time, you definitely not thinking about if this man gonna be able to grow you some food in the future. That's not your thought process at 21, 22. It's just not. Your thought process is, this man fine? Do he got a job? Is he gonna do stuff for me? Blah 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 blah. Is he going? Are we gonna be cool together? Can we deal with each other without it being an issue? I don't want to fight. I don't want to. You trying to think. You're in a. It's almost like a little fantasy land with how you throwing how you living or whatever in that early part of your life. It's fantasy more. You know what I'm saying? You had a little what she say she was at 20. Tell me what was you Lady Lavender at 20? Tell me that what you was at 20. Um so yeah, a lot of people weren't on that level of trying to dig deep into who they are. They trying to 20 is the age back then where people told you, you young, you gotta live your life, you gotta do this. But um I believe that you got to start preparing in your 20s of how you're going to be in your 30s. You got to start doing in your 30s of what you're trying to get to in your 40s. You got to prepare for those things. And yes, live your life. Yes, have a good time and do all those things. But we still have to do. Oh, okay. Yeah. Oh, yeah. 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 We talking. Yeah, you got it. But you got to live your life. You still got to live your life. You got to do all those things, and you got to be full intimately trying to learn who you are as you're growing, because that's the earlier part of your life. You trying to figure you out as well, and now you trying to date and attract, but you out here, you're at, if, oh, okay, let me see. Let me put that. She said open to accept him at face value. Yes, I got you now. I'm caught up. I'm caught up. Okay. So self growth methods like the law of attraction are popular among both spiritualists and psychologists. According to it, you attract what you are. In other words, what you put out into the world comes back to you. It comes back to you. What you put out comes back. Okay. Point blank. Period. If you're putting out negative, you get negative. If you're putting out bullshit, you get bullshit. If you putting out good, you getting good. If you're putting out love and inspiration, you get that's growth. That's growth though, Tia. That's really growth right there though. Because we always, that's another show. Because we can go deep into that one right there. But yeah, that's growth. I like that. I like that you got the I like that he spent the block for you. I like that for you. But self growth methods and get us in a perspective of being able to try to have a better understanding of what we're putting out. Because I think once you have your first hard, if you're a person that has been through this, if you've had a first hard relationship or a first hard situation when you was dating someone, and it made you have to sit up and refine and rescope recuperate, and also start rebuilding who you are, there are times into that concept where you it when you're trying, there are times into that it's hard for you to come back to you, and now you're trying to figure all this out all over again after a failed relationship, after a failed situation, because people don't always attract what they think they really, really like. You may just be trying to get a feel of something, and then the real person comes out, or a real situation happens, and now you've seen another side of a person that you really can't handle, because you thought you were attracted to a thug, or you thought that you was attracted to um a man that worked that was corporate, or you thought you was attracted to a construction worker, or anything that you thought or you felt was somewhat in your realm, and you went for it and it disappointed you. Now you ready to like, I don't want that ain't who I like. No, it could have also been y'all mindset too at the time, both of y'all. But also, if it doesn't work for you, it doesn't work for you. But it at sometimes in our lives we're at a different mindset of who we are attracted to. So though then you start losing interest real quick when things ain't happening how you think it's supposed to happen, and it's okay. But only reason why I say that is easy, it's better to just go ahead and try to get to know people at who they are at face value and all of that good stuff, is because you do not want to get into a situation where it goes bad. It ain't worth y'all being friends no more, um, or anything like that, because of how you trying to rush into and see how you what you attracted to. Man, sit back and study people, enjoy your life during that time, but still be at a point where you are studying people. You got to learn these people. Yes, yes, yes. You got to take time to learn the individual. You have to, because though, and because it could turn into something good because you're taking the time to study them. You can actually see who they are. You can tell what you see in them and what you don't like about them and all that good stuff. You can start seeing that. That's what learning that person is for. When y'all be like diving deep in like that, it'd be a whole lot of lessons and these things that we think we're attracted to, and these people we think we're trying to say things. Sorry, these people we think that we're attracted to. It'd be a lot of lessons in that, And a lot of times you got to go through those lessons, but a lot of times you don't have to if you take the time to learn what you're looking at, what you who you digging. You know what I'm saying? And then and don't be so quick to have soul ties with people. Don't be so quick to be like, you know what I'm saying, creating those chemical connections where you're not even you now you falling in love with how they fucking you versus who they really are. So yeah, you gotta take your time with these things. Learn your people. Learn your people. Um, so all aspects of our lives are influenced by the power of attraction, including our romantic relationships, the friends we choose, the career paths that we're on, and the different experiences, the excursions, how we live, the trips we take. All of that is from a mental thought. It's what we think about, is what we put out, is what we take in, is who we are around. All of those different things come from what you think and who a person is and how they should be in your life. That's what all those different thoughts come from. You're creating these thoughts that like you don't ever let yourself believe that you're not the person in control of the thoughts that come to your mind, your mind. You are. You're the person who does things to make yourself worry. You're the person who makes yourself stress because whatever you're doing up here is a very rigid thing about what's going to push it up here enough to make it come out through your mouth, and you'll speak on it. It'll go down to your heart, and now you're dealing with it to where it's sitting on your chest and on your the caring part of you. Now you done took it in as a and you've harnessed it. You got to be careful with these thoughts. You put in what you get out. All right. Here's why you attract what you are and not what you want. You don't really try to look within yourself. Is it scary to not want to look deep into who you are? Is that a scary thing to do? To be able, I mean, to do that? Like, is it scary for people to actually dig deep into seeing who they are? Is that a scary thing? Is it because, and I feel like the only way that can be scary is if you lying to yourself about who you are already. If you're out here living lies about who you are, I feel like that's really only the only way that it can be scary to do things differently. To you know what I'm saying? Like, mm-mm. Yeah, why? Because you want to look deep within yourself. You want in order to learn exactly who you are. You want to look. You got to take that opportunity to look deep within yourself. You got to. It's nothing like learning yourself first, because if you don't know you well enough, how you gonna deal with a relationship? All right, so you don't really try to look within yourself. That's one of the ways. That's one of the reasons that you attract what you are and not what you want. I'm gonna tell myself what I want. If that's the case, I'm gonna make sure I know before I allow myself not to know. Because my thoughts, I definitely try to think positive. I don't have no reason to look at things in a negative way. Because it's I don't want to consume that. I don't want to consume and take in anything extra on my plate. I just don't want to. My brain capacity already got to function on a high level when I'm doing my job. It got to function on a high level when I have to think about things that I have to do in my personal life, like in my home life, in my family life, those type of things. It has to function there. I have to make sure that it's in a good capacity. Not that there's things going on with those things. Those are just the things that I already have to have roaming around in my brain. And those are positive things for me. So I'm not gonna add anything extra to it to make myself, you know what I'm saying? You don't learn from your past mistakes. That's another reason why you attract what you are instead of what you want. You don't learn from your past mistakes. That's kind of heavy too. It's kind of heavy because if you're running away instead of accepting, Where's the benefit in that? Where's the benefit in thinking that something can have a resolve to it if you're not willing to face it? You don't act like you deserve better, and that's why you still stuck on dating some of the same type of people, because your thought process is still in the same places. That's why you're looking for the same type of people. You are hanging around people that are like you are dealing with people that are like you are loving people that are like you are giving your time to people that are like you. So that's why you keep falling in line with the same type of people that you're dating. The kind that ain't no good for you, but you continue to go that way. The kind that have taught you several lessons, but you continue to go that way. So you gotta, it's on you. It's on you. How you move is gonna be on you. How you groove, all that, it's gonna be on you, baby. Mm-hmm. It's definitely gonna be on you. That it the only way it can is I mean the only way it can is if you're taking accountability, because it is key. You got to be taking that. You got to be doing that. You got to be accepting why your dating pattern or your attraction pattern hasn't grown or went to another level. Like, who want to still be attracted to what they were attracted to 10 years ago, if the especially if the attractions weren't beneficial? Who want to still be attracted to that? The level of insanity that comes from still trying to get different results out of the same things is not even, to me, no more insane. It's delusional. You living in a goddamn bubble if you think that you gonna get a different result out of the same situation that you keep on repeating. That's delusional. It ain't. It's not. Pure delusion. Pure delusion. That's gotta be it. Cause it ain't no way you sit right here thinking that something gonna be different. And you don't align your thoughts and your feelings with your desires. So your desires are a key point in what you're attracting. Because you gotta have you have to have some vulnerability for at forefront too, because that's something that you're gonna be sexually, financially, spiritually, fiscally, I mean the same thing. Um, Drawn to. This is someone that you're completely connected to. So you gotta, the desire has to be there. You can't just turn yourself. If you could just see somebody that you in the beginning stages that you wanted to put a brown bag over their head every time y'all saw each other, talk to each other. Oh, you could any time to your baby, you can join now. Let me know. You just let me know. Anytime. You can jump on that now if you got something you want to say. What you want to say. Because I know you don't want to type it all. But anytime, baby, anytime. Um, but you gotta have desire. You gotta have something that allows you to want to be sexual with a person, be kissing a person, desiring a person. Your desire, you have to have desire now. If you don't shut all that down and just decided I'm only gonna be with a person for one thing and I don't need all that other stuff, you are kidding yourself. You are truly kidding yourself. And please don't lie to yourself. You already doing your best to lie to the person because you don't know how you want to deal with them. So you're not doing it correctly. You're not doing it correctly. You're moving in the wrong ways. You're moving wrong. And we need you not to move wrong. Um Reasons that you attract what you are continual. For one, let's say this: if you attract what you focus on, then you should be cautious not to let your thoughts get away from you. You cannot. You cannot have your thought, let your thoughts, you can't drifting into another realm will fuck your mindset up. Drifting into another realm will definitely mess you up. Let me see. What's happening, Dennis? Did I pray? Hold on. Let me put Dennis thing on screen. Hello there. Happy Wednesday. Welcome to the show. We got, okay, that's Tia just telling me to send her the link. Let me put this on here. Let me paste it. Oh, hold on, Chad. But um you gotta finding out what your focus is, what because your focus is going to change what you are attracted to as well. So like I said, if you're doing it, if you are a person that knows how to give their to gauge their attention to the things that they need in their life, and making sure that they focus on the things that they need in their life, then you okay. Trust me, you okay. But if you're a person that is easy to get easy to get caught up and in something different. Tia, you can see, can you see the comments? If you can see the comments, the link in the comments. If you're a person that's easily distracted or what have you, you gonna be dating people out the woodworks. Cause you don't even know how to put your mind on a couple of things that you interested in. You can't even put your focus because you all over the place. I like this, and this, and then I like this and this and this. I'm attracted to this. You gotta pick a side. You gotta pick a side. You can't be jumping all across the board, because then you're gonna lose focus of what your focus is now, because you get distracted in another way now. You gotta pick a side, and there's nothing wrong with picking a side. It's absolutely nothing wrong with finding out that you're attracted to something different because of what your interests are. Your interests should lead you to what you're attracted to. So your thought, if you're actually out here living your life right, the thoughts that you're having and the focus that you have is going to be centered around the things that you are involved in, that you love doing, your interests, your peaks, anything that is going to have your name on it. You're going to start to be attracted to things in that realm, in that area. Do you understand that? Because that's, if you're a warrior, you're gonna probably be attracted to somebody that you're trying to save, that you're trying to talk off a cliff, that you're trying to help. You know what I'm saying? Because of what you're thinking about. If you're a person that has obsessive thinking about things that are not helping you, that are not positive, if you're obsessive about things like that, you're probably sitting up, you're hyper focused on too many different things. That type of focus is not really, no. I don't think my other guests had to do that. I probably sent you the wrong link. Oh my god, I don't like that. That's stupid. I'm at the let me hold on 1 second here, because I jumped off my subject. But if you're a person that gets very, very hyperactive when you're in your process of thinking about what you're doing, and you're, like I said, and you're all over the place, it's gonna be hard for you to settle in and focus on something that you really need to focus on. It's gonna be very hard. And we don't need that now. Come on. You're just supposed to be trying to enjoy it, and enjoy yourself. That's all you're supposed to be trying to do, is enjoy yourself. You're not supposed to be right here having to overthink it and having to overdo it. And all those different things. That's not the way it should be. We ain't built to be robots. Just because we can handle a lot, that don't mean we have to. All right. Um, Another reason why you attract what you are is because what you think about. I keep forgetting to call you lady. I'm so bad. I keep forgetting to call you that. Cause I don't know. I be forgetting to call people that. If I know a person for real, I'd be like, damn, I can't be saying the name on the thing. Maybe they really don't want me to say. I'm gonna try. I'm gonna try to rebel. I'm gonna really try to say it. This show gonna be the last time. I'm gonna practice. Um, if good things happen to bad people is what they say, right? We've all heard the saying, and we all know people to whom this theory applies. Someone might be um someone might be just awful, but they keep achieving their goals, and the good things just seem to keep happening to them, regardless of how they think little they deserve it. If we apply the law of attraction, this is the result of their determined, unwavering confidence. When you attract what you are has to be set in stone. It has to be set in stone. I ain't even put a thing. It has to be set in stone. You know what I'm saying? When you start to actually do and put out what you want and what you desire, it has to be set in stone. You can't be changing stuff. You can't be you can't be um because your more and the reason why I say it has to be set in stone is because your morals are not supposed to change. What you may be attracted to may change, but your morals and how you act out here in this world, ain't you know that shouldn't be no up and down thing. That shouldn't be no flip the flop thing. You supposed to be real on that. So nah, we ain't gonna even allow that to be a thought process. But we might think someone is a bad person because of their obvious arrogance, but that is exactly what is helping them attract what they want from life because their confidence. And then you looking at it as if they being arrogant, they doing too much. But that's their confidence level. They've already done put in that time and that process of learning who they are. So now they out here. This what I want. This what I'm gonna get. This how I'm gonna have it. This what I'm gonna do it. This what I'm gonna do. Say this how I'm gonna say it. They own they shit, and you over here moving like the turtle in the race. I don't care if the turtle won. I don't care. Don't be moving slow with how you doing your stuff because if you're trying to make your thought process better and how you move better, what you dragging for? What you dragging for? No, we're not doing that. Mm-mm. That arrogance that you think a person got, that's just the confidence, baby. They don't put in the work for that. They know what they want, all that. They good. Don't let that drag you down. Fortunately, there is no need to let go of your morals just to increase your chances of attraction. There is no need to let go or change your morals just to form an attraction. That's gonna be the fakest attraction that you ever gotten. Because if you start dating that person and then you with that person, every time they do something that was outside of your morals that you just decided to put to the back of your throat and the back of your body and just say, I'm gonna let it rest back there. I'm not gonna think about it. Back of your brain, I mean, and then they start doing it, baby. It ain't nothing that's gonna be able to really keep you there unless you just don't like yourself. Only way you're gonna stay with something that's breaking you down morally and that's just undignified to you is that you don't like yourself because you're not gonna allow something to manipulate you into being in a relationship unless you don't like you, unless you don't know you enough. You got to learn you. That's why it's important to learn you. That's why the influence of karma. The law of karma also acts on the principle that you attract what you are. It only differs slightly in that karma states that what you put out into the universe will come back to you. We know that about karma, right? Karma is a much more passive approach. The law of attraction requires you to attract what you are by much more active methods. While karma works by doing acts and waiting for the universe to return something of equal value to you, and they be wanting it to be equal value or worse, the law of attraction requires you to deeply manifest what you want in order to attract it to you. Okay. Sometimes these two laws can overlap and become confused. And so the good things that happen to bad people in the law of karma, karma, she said, don't. Ooh, don't be throat goats. Ah, swallowing everything. Ooh, Lord. In order to attract what you are, you need to think, live, and be exactly that. That's if what you want. If you want what you are, you feel me? Okay. In order to attract what you are, you need to think, live, and exactly be that. That to attract success in your career, for example, you have to act and think as though it is already done. Head to work with the pride and effort of someone who has already achieved the promotions that you want. The promotions that you want, you got to see it. If whatever you want, whatever you desire, in any attraction, you must see it. You must see it. Okay. How to spot when you're doing it correctly. Your thought process has changed. Less stress leaves. I mean, you have less stress. Stuff is starting to disappear from your thought process that you be thinking about heavy and that you be holding on to for dear life. It's starting to disappear because you are starting to let go. Letting go is so important if you want to get things done in the capacity that you want to get them done. Letting go. You gotta loosen some of them things. You can't just be holding on to that. All that stuff would be a lot of the things that you're holding on to in more ways than none, you are things that are hindering you and holding you back. And and it's not giving you the validity that you need to even want to continue. If I get up every morning and say I'm going to be great, and I know I'm putting in the work to be great, it's gonna be great. It may take some time to get there because the power of intention is real. It may take some time to get there, but I'm going to get exactly where I want to be because I'm putting in that to do it. I'm telling myself that. I'm reassuring myself that it's going to be great. I'm manifesting it. I'm doing the things to make myself be able to make it great. It's going to be great. That's why you got to self-examine, because when you sit up thinking about what you're going to attract, y'all, a lot of that's why I said earlier, a lot of us don't want to accept who we are in the situations because then we start to realize that we bullshit. If you attracting a lot of bullshit, you bullshit. You attracting what you putting out. Y'all don't want to face that though. Y'all don't want to face that though. Mm-mm. Nobody want to face that. Nobody want to accept that they keep getting all this bullshit happening to them because that's who they are. That's what they're doing. And you may not even be doing it to people. You could be doing it to yourself. It could be self-sabotage. So now you're attracting these type of things because of self-sabotage. You are. Whatever you putting out there is what you're receiving. So put out that good, put out that positive, speak that good shit. Tell yourself that you're gonna make it hard every single day. Tell yourself, put a goal in mind, and then be for real about your goals, bro. Like, be for real. Be realistic. Because you know certain goals require certain work. So if you ain't willing to put in the work for them goals, don't even make that your goal. Don't even make that. Don't even waste your own time. Do not, because that's, you know what I'm saying. That's you taking the high road, because that means you ain't finna do nothing. You know it. And that thought of not believing that you need to change. How you think it's going to be better for you and what you attract if you're not willing to change what needs to be changed? Your attraction going to be so, and that's in the beginning we said hyperactivity. You jump around from different things because you have not given yourself enough time to learn who you are and to see what it is that you really attract. You're not giving yourself time to get to know people, so you're gonna be flusterous. You just like, I like this, I like that, 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 I like this, and that, and this, and this, and that. You everywhere. A girl with a big ass gonna get your attention. A girl with the pretty face and the big ass gonna get your attention. The girl that's in college gonna get your attention. The girl that's over here that you met in the grocery store because that she a good a good family girl or a good family lady or whatever, that she gonna get your attention. Every type of person that you are attracted to or think you're attracted to will get your attention. Everyone, because you have not settled in on something that you can put your focus on. Yes, it will be change will be hard, but with all things it takes time. Indeed. But you got to do it. Improvement is beneficial to your life. So you want to do that. You want to get out there and put it in, get in that. Mm, mm, mm. You want to do that. All right. So look look within, start creating a better version of yourself so that you can be that person. Um if you know what it is that you like about someone will start to be a vision of yours. Now it'll start when you think about, okay, this is the things that I like. Now that's that, now those thoughts will become visions and those visions will become reality. So start looking at things in a more positively direct focus, and make sure you're putting what you desire in your own life. Make sure you're living that. Make sure you're making sure that you're giving yourself those same opportunities, because what we're beyond that point of our lives where we're saying that we're doing on we want something from people that we're not willing to even give ourselves. We're not doing that no more. If you still stuck on that, you left behind, baby. Ain't nobody gonna want to come spend no time over there. Ain't nobody gonna want to come spend no time over there. No, they're not. You ain't got shit going on. Dead ass, okay? All right. You gotta step it up. Your mindset, your mindset is going to help with the change of how you are trying to create that new narrative of yourself. If you're trying to create that new narrative so you can put it out so that you can have the best of the best because you deserve the best. If you put toward the best, you deserve the best. Your mindset has to be in agreement with that. So when you start thinking to yourself, oh man, I'm not with that. I don't want to go. I don't want to do this no more. I tried. It's starting to beat me up now. It's starting to do something to me. I don't think it's for me. But your most rigorous test be for you. You are there, but for some it's longer. Yes. It's gonna get, and you're gonna get there too. But some of those hardest tests are in those moments that you're trying to change and do better. So if you quitting, you weren't built for it anyway. If you actually like, because we could talk, we could be like, dang, I'm tired. Man, I want to do this differently. Man, I wish it was another way. You could do all that. You could tell yourself whatever you tell yourself, cool. But you better not quit. And if you do quit, that's when you're gonna start putting in your mind anyway, that one for me. All right. So go ahead and do the work for what you're attracting. And some of you getting that ugly stuff because that's what you putting out there now. Y'all just it's the realness of it is that we do not want to see ourselves in other people. Not when it's negative. When it's positive, we'll take all the credit for why they like that too. But when it's negative, we don't want to see. We don't want to go look in that mirror and see, or not even have to look in the mirror because they already living in the house with us. So they somebody we see every day because we dating them. We don't want to do that. We don't want to. We don't want to see it that way. We don't want to see ourselves that way. So if you are very tired of being that bitter, broken person, change the narrative. Create a new image. Work on yourself. Be diligent because how you do it is going to change your thoughts, and how you think is going to make your visions clear, and your visions then become reality. All right, let's work on that. Some self-preservation is real. So even for the ones who are on the good track to on a good track to being good to themselves, you still have that opportunity to go stand in that mirror and be real with yourself. Not like that, but just the other side. We as women don't want to look in that mirror either. Girl, period. Women to run from accountability. Run all the way from accountability. Mm-mm. It ain't just the mirror, it's just being accountable. So, but if you're trying to benefit and trying to push yourself to grow and do different things, you definitely you want to change how you see yourself. You want to implement a different process. You are in control of you. You are in control of your thoughts. You are in control of how you move. You are in control of how you live. If things are not where they should be for you, change it, because what you put out is going to be what you receive. All right. Thank y'all for tuning in today. I appreciate y'all from the bottom of my heart, like always. Trust and believe. Um, I will see y'all next Wednesday. I think I got a guest next week. I'm gonna check my calendar, but I do, and I'll let y'all know on the page of letting y'all know the page on what Facebook, YouTube when I'm telling y'all about the show. So yes, indeed. Thank y'all for tuning in today. I will see y'all next Wednesday. Y'all have an enjoyable evening. Make sure you taking care of yourself. Make sure that you're taking care of the people that you love, and always, 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 always tune in to SW Live each and every Wednesday. Y'all have a great one. Peace.